Hey everyone, and welcome. We spend so much time trying to be heard, but what if the secret to better leadership isn't about talking more, but actually talking less? Today, we're going to dive into how you can master active listening and turn those frustrating communication breakdowns into real breakthroughs. So, let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a meeting, you're laying out what feels like a perfectly clear plan, and you just get blank stares, right? It feels like you're on completely different planets. Well, you're not alone. And the fix, surprisingly, isn't about finding louder words. It's about learning a different way to listen. So to really get this, let's start by looking at where things go wrong. We're going to walk through a super common scenario where a manager with the best of intentions actually makes the situation way worse. Okay, picture this. A team member comes to you and says, "Hey, we might have a delay on the project." Now, your instinct as a manager is to fix it, right? So you jump right in, okay, do this, call them, change that, problem solved. But what just happened? That teammate, they feel completely ignored, like their perspective doesn't matter. You tried to solve a project problem, but instead, you accidentally created a people problem. But here is the really good news. There's a simple, powerful toolkit that can completely flip that script. And these aren't some complicated psychological theories, okay? These are 4 practical, down-to-earth techniques you can start using like in your very next conversation. So here it is, our roadmap. We're going to talk about the pause, how to summarize, how to be direct, and how to ask better questions. Just 4 simple tools that, I promise you, build a bridge of understanding. Let's dig into that first one. All right, first step, the 3-second pause. This sounds almost too simple, but trust me, it is a total game changer. When someone finishes talking, just wait. Count to 3 in your head before you say a word. Think of it like taking a breath before you dive into the water. It gives your brain a second to actually process what you just heard, and it shows the other person you're truly listening, not just waiting for your turn to speak. Okay, technique number 2 is to summarize what you heard. After you've done your 3-second pause, just repeat back the main point in your own words. It's like a waiter confirming your order. Okay, so I have 1 burger, no onions. It's that simple. By saying, so what I'm hearing is, the deadline feels tight, you make the other person feel deeply understood, and you make sure you're both on the exact same page. No more mix-ups. Number 3, be direct and concise. Once you're sure you understand the situation, your response needs to be crystal clear. It's about giving clear driving directions, not a long scenic tour. Just get to the point. Instead of a long rambling story, just say, okay, our main focus is X. Clarity is kindness, and it cuts right through all the noise. And finally, number 4, ask open-ended questions. This one is huge. Instead of asking things that can be answered with a yes or no, try asking what or how. A question like, what do you think is the best way forward? Wow, that changes everything. With that one question, you've shifted from being a judge who delivers a verdict to being a detective who's inviting them to help solve the case. It empowers your team like nothing else. So we have our 4 tools: pause, summarize, be direct, and ask. Now let's hit rewind and go back to that manager and their teammate. Let's see what happens when we use this new toolkit. It's pretty amazing to see how this conversation goes from a total breakdown to a real breakthrough. Okay, take 2. The teammate mentions the delay. But this time, the manager just listens. They do the 3-second pause, then they summarize. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that the supplier issue is what's pushing our timeline back. Boom. Instantly, the whole vibe changes. The teammate feels heard, they feel valued, and now they can actually solve the problem together. Look, this isn't about becoming a perfect listener overnight. The real magic here is just a tiny shift in your mindset. It's moving from asking yourself, how do I respond, to asking, how do I truly understand what's being said? And really, this is the heart of it all. Great leadership isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about creating a space where the best answers can come out, from anyone. And that space, it is built brick by brick on a foundation of listening. That's how you build real trust and get your whole team pulling in the same direction. So here's what I want you to do. Don't try to master all 4 things at once. Just pick one. In your very next meeting, just try the 3-second pause. Just that one little thing. You'll be amazed at what you start to hear in that tiny bit of silence that you might have missed before